Good evening, live from Wauwatosa West High School on GTV. Ron Gavinsky to my right. I'm Ed Rowie. This is a different Tosa West team, Coach.
It is. They've won their last 4 straight games, which has to give them some confidence going into this game.
Including the tournament up in Auburndale, winning it on a banked-in 3 by freshman Anna Maria Luna. We saw these ladies early in the season. We said when we see them again, they're going to be better. And then we saw them play DS right before break, and they outplayed DS. They just ran out of steam at the end. Now, this is a different animal. We know that. We know this is, the top team. And regardless of that top team stature, Tosa West, as you said, is coming in with confidence, and they've learned by playing that DS team. They've learned by going and playing those close games. We fully expect a very good, hard-nosed, hard-fought game if they can stick around defensively, if they can somehow get some offense, because their battle has always been scoring.
Right.
We should have a very different game.
I agree. And he's starting the Frost girl.
Molly Frost, yep.
And he started her against DS, and that gives them some stability in the backcourt, helping against the pressure that they're going to see.
So you have a backcourt of 2 freshmen, Anna Maria Luna and Molly Frost. And as we talked about, it's a young team. You start 2 freshmen, that's going to be the case. That's obviously your focus. But the leading scorer is a senior, 5'7", senior, Taylor Tagliavia. When we were here with DS, she hit 5 threes. And if Germantown doesn't find her, she alone could keep West in this game.
And she kept West in the game against Divine Savior. I mean, she's a player, and she can hit some deep threes. Go ahead.
No, you go.
I was just thinking when you said those 2 freshmen, the freshman class in the GMC is loaded. Yeah. There are 5 that, off the top of my head, that are really good.
4th starter, a 4-year senior starter for West, Katie McCabe, 6'1" senior. She's the leading rebounder for this team. She is definitely a force. She's become more of a force on offense, but she is noticed on defense. And we have the Palm Squad tonight right in front of our baseline camera. Let's see if they separate it and let us have that. We'll see. We're just seeing them all set up.
Well, you probably know all of the girls.
You do what you got to do. You're perfect. Thank you for checking.
Boy,
that was polite. They came over and asked us if they were in our way.
She was taught well.
So we're just about set. Coming up on the anthem, the starting lineups, and it's a GMC Life night here at Wauwatosa West High School. Stick around. Trojans hosting your German.
forward, standing at 5'10", the freshman, number 12, Molly Ross. The guard senior, standing at 5'7", number 13, Taylor Taliabi. And the forward senior, standing at 6'1", number 25, Katie McCabe.
The lineups are set, and we're just about set to get this one underway. We got a veteran crew as per usual, a very good crew.
We do.
Got some guys that have done some state games here.
Good thing.
And right away, got to thank Alexis Rognes for coming over and offering to do our camera. Tosa West freshman. Coach Dwyer, thank you for helping us out, setting it up. Paige Robinson in the lineup still. However, Katie Pompu is dressed tonight. We'll see if she plays. But good to see her at least in that position, which means she's that much closer to getting underway and back on the floor. And we are just about set. Live from Tosa West on Friday night. Germantown ball to start. Whiz kid right side. Wisner to the hoop, cut off. Nice job by McCabe. Kick out pass, KK. Arnold in the lane, kick. Page three, got it. Robinson gets us underway. What do we have? Ooh, deflected out of bounds. Got the scoreboard in the top right corner. Your clock, I should say. Scoreboard on top. Looks a lot sharper. It just looks sharper tonight. The blue and the green, I don't know. It just looks good. Just saying.
Well, that's good.
Runyon right side. Luna, three. No good. No, battled around. It should be out. Yep. That one almost sat. It sat like a nice golf. I wish my golf shots were like that. Chip it up and have it sit down.
It looks like she's got a soft shot. Gives her more of a chance when it bounces around to go in.
Just underway for Friday night on the W7 network. Gary's in Mishicot, both tonight and tomorrow night. Wisner spinning to the lane, left hand, off the mark, McCabe rebound.
Gary's in heaven right now, having a fun time.
Yep, staying overnight. He decided he's got to get up there and do a couple games. He didn't want to lose out on something happening weather-wise. Near turnover, and it does become a turnover as West gets it right back. It's kind of a sloppy, sluggish start. And if you're Tosa West, I don't think they mind that. They'll take sloppy and sluggish.
Exactly.
Luna. Right side, left side. Frost into the lane. Little floater, rattles around and down. Nice finish from Molly Frost. Bless you. KK to the hoop. That's offensive. Oh. That happened right in front of us, and they're giving the basket. Only thing I can think is if maybe Molly was kind of tugging at her. Hard to see, but
he was on the same. Oh, I think he just warned the coach. No.
Yeah. Sweet. Yep. Bench warning. Right away. That's early. See if you get the call on the other end. That's why you do that. KK's free throw rattles around and off.
Especially when he's a veteran official.
Yeah. So you have to wonder some magic was said. Good play by Paulskill. Knocked. Oh.
Foul out.
It's going to be one of those nights. Okay. Katie McCabe to the line to shoot a couple.
Paulskill with the foul.
Soft touch. Katie McCabe drops the first one. Only 51% on the season. Looked a lot better on that one. Second one good. It's got to be that hoop Dad put up in the driveway. It's really nice, not going to lie. KK drive, kick, Wisner three, no good. Paulskill rebound. We'll say that often tonight.
Yes,
Wisner
we
into the lane,
nice.
left hand bank, no good. McCabe rips it down. West pushing left side. They are playing with confidence. You can see that. There's no hesitation. They're pushing, and now you're going to get a push on Acker from behind. Germantown looks sluggish. We said the game was starting that way, but Germantown definitely looks like they're just kind of a half a step behind on everything so far.
Well, and that's kind of how they started against Brook East.
And they start many games that way.
Correct.
The correctometer not on tonight.
Excellent.
McCabe, kick out, deflected, turnover. Acker down the lane, fouled. Kind of a two-hand flip and got fouled by McCabe. So Jalen will go to the line to shoot a couple.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I agree.
Free throw, back iron. It's been her mystery spot this year. Been much better as of late, as the whole team has been. That one's good. You could, oh.
Looked good.
It looked good, yeah.
Yeah,
Luna with the rebound, Germantown.
Up into those two, she was
Up
shooting
one,
50%.
yeah.
Oh,
Paul's kill, reads the passing lane, comes away with the steal. Acker looking for Cutter, nothing there. They swing it left side. Robinson inside.
KK's
KK a little fade away, rattles around, no good. It should be off McCabe, and they're going to say the other way.
Interesting.
And that's okay. We're not going to,
Exactly.
we don't mind. Here's the pressure. See how Tosa West handles it. Into the middle with Molly Frost. Tagliavia was airing it up. She was bending those knees to send it flying, and then she went, you know what, that's probably not a good pass. Taylor got wise. Mid-bend, I'd say. Bounce pass, McCabe. Frost jumper, no good. Batted off KK to Acker. And a travel. (5-4) early on, 14:34 left. See which team takes control. Luna crossing timeline, threw it away.
That was
Great
a great
play.
steal.
Acker to the hoop, and the foul. Just a great job by Acker to avoid any and all contact, come away with the steal, coast-to-coast finish, and the foul. First two subs of the night. Hessen McNeil. Hessen McNeil being Leah Hess and Gretchen McNeil. Acker's free throw is good.
Much better looking shot there.
8-4 early on. Kind of the reserve pressure, just kind of token pressure from Germantown. Inside McCabe.
Ooh.
Never really had it. Paul's
Right.
kill rebound.
That's a good no call. Nice pass.
Arnold. Oh, Gretchen forgot to catch it. Great feed, and Gretchen, great job running the floor. It was a tougher pass, no doubt.
But she had a chance.
Yep. Third turnover of the night. Here comes the double team. A little late getting over there. We could hear it. I don't know if you could. You could hear, get here, get here, get here. Tagliavia shot, no good. McNeil, it went off her hand. So not the best 30 seconds for Gretchen. She'll be fine.
She needs to put a little stickum on her fingers.
Yeah, there you go. She just needs some of that. Maybe go dump a soda on her hand.
There you go.
Frost traveled. Fifth turnover of the night for West. She broke some ankles on that travel, though. I mean, almost literally.
Well, Hess went to the ground.
Sure did. We've got the cheer squad just to our left, so that's why it may sound a little louder than normal. KK,
Nice
kick out.
Kick out.
Holskill started to move with her. That's why she wasn't open for the three, but instead, a little two-man game back and forth.
Oh, nice
Luna, nice
hustle.
job. But threw it away, and that's going to be off McCabe. Poor Gretchen. Oh, Gretchen. Now that one you can't really fault her because it was deflected, but that's, baseball pass.
Got her.
Acker came for the break.
Look at
Runyon to the hoop, no good.
but look
Great
who ran her
job.
down.
No foul by Paulskill. Acker gets it to fall and the foul.
That was a power move there.
It hit the bottom of the rim and just spun up and over.
Frost is first.
Paulskill hustled back. She created that. Made it a tougher shot for Runyon. Affected the shot without committing the foul. Acker's able to go to the hoop, get the foul, and the line. Hits the free throw. 11-4 early on. 13:20 left. Mariana Golombowski checking in for West. To the hoop.
Poor Natalie.
Back
not
iron.
Natalie. McNeil with the foul. Here comes Montgomery.
Yeah, Maddie gave a huge spark the other night, and I think the staff and I think everybody saw that and realized this senior with all this energy. Let's get her out there. She changes the tempo.
Exactly.
Mariana's shot no good. She's got a sister, Veronica, that I have in class. So.
Oh, so you kind of know the family a little.
Well, that's why I started to say Veronica. But it's Mariana, the 5'8" sophomore. Misses the first one, misses the second one. But McCabe battling for that rebound and rips it down. And ends up on the floor. If you had the 13-minute mark, give or take, you are the winner of tonight's Katie McCabe going to the floor first time. And she does do just that.
Robinson in the game for Wisner.
So they had a tie-up, and it'll stay Tosa West ball. McCabe trying to swing it to the left side, trying to get Taylor going. Tagliavia. Oh, she had a layup and kicked it out. Luna inside to McCabe. Great job by Katie. That was tough keeping her balance, but she did.
Whoop.
A lot of contact. I'm going to say McNeil got a hand on it. Wisner in, Hess out. That was a brief stay down. I don't even know that Emily sat down. Into Runyon, handoff, Luna. Tagliavia 3, short. Acker comes away with the rebound. They push. Acker, kick out. McNeil 3, no good. Luna bats it to herself. Nice job. Just a real nice job. That's a heady play by a freshman, just tapping it out to herself and just outrunning everyone to get to the ball. Golombowski into the lane, left hand, no good. Wisner rebounds. Little stop and go. Bounce pass, McNeil. Wisner to the hoop, the layup, good. 13-4, just under 12 minutes. Luna trying to do it on her own. Realizes maybe I should get it to my senior. Now they got her trapped. Good job getting it out of there.
Yep, not the place you want to dribble the ball to.
Germantown did not have anyone rotating over, so they were fine with it. Skip pass. Mariana Golombowski. Little hook pass to McCabe, and she's going to go back to the line.
McNeil with the foul.
If you were with us early on, that first game of the season, Germantown took on Tosa West, and there was a third freshman that was getting playing time early on in the season for Tosa West. Free throw no good. That was Elise Wendler. She's playing JV now. And that JV game went overtime. Great game. Just a fantastically played game. Both Coach G and I know Coach Jim Phillips, the freshman, or the JV coach for Tosa West, and you could see the gears grinding for that game. Golombowski rebound. So it's fun watching Jim coach.
He does a good job for
the fantastic
JV.
job. Paulskill comes away with it.
he's a class guy too.
100%, through and through. Wisner into the lane. Throws it away. So it's ugly, it's sloppy, but it's still a 13-4 lead.
Reminds me a lot of the Brook East game.
Jordan Morrissey in for Tosa West, 5'11 senior. Katie McCabe gets a break. Janessa Keenan on the floor, number 3 for Tosa West as well. So they got Golombowski running the 1 with Luna in the 2. Interesting approach.
Montgomery with her first.
Maddie out, Acker in. 13-4 score, just under 11 minutes. This is a spot up 3 in the corner, not run. Oh, Taylor shooting it anyway. McCabe, nope, that's Morrissey hustling to get that one. Shot no good. KK rebound, push.
Nice
Pass underneath, Paul's kill, soft float touch in. 15-4. Good pass, Morrissey able to finish, good answer. Nice pass by Golombowski. KK splitting the defense, she'll shoot 2. Timeout Tosa West. We'll take it with them. You're watching GTV. Free throw, free throw, no good from KK. Back here on GTV. Playing with some of the camera here. Get you a little closer to the action. Second one is good. 16-6. Get the camera, get the scoreboard, I should say, back up. Deflected pass, no problem. West doing a good job. They've still turned it over 8 times, but done a good. It hasn't been the pressure so much.
Did Acker block that?
It sure looked like she might have got a piece of it.
Yeah.
Good hustle, but the ball ends up in the hands of Karina Murphy.
Nice
Germantown
pass.
push. Good pass. Wisner off the mark. That's going to stay right here as it's off Keenan. Janessa was mad at herself. It tipped off her fingers, and then she walked away and stomped her thighs, just punched herself.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things you can't do. You can't do anything about.
No, exactly. And Paul's kill tipped the ball, flew down the court, and tipped it out of her hands, or off somebody's hands.
Acker, drive, kick, Wisner, shot fake to the lane, bank, no good. Hustle rebound, that's coming. Oh, that's going right by the door, isn't it? Sure is.
Good hustle there.
Good hustle, Jay. We'll mark you for another rebound. Jalen Acker, the ball went right by us, but it went right by us. We couldn't do anything about it.
What did he do?
We've got another timeout on the floor, and we're going to take it with them. Timeout, Germantown. Actually, you know what? We're going to stay right here. And the reason we're going to stay right here, Gary, he came up with some, I don't know if it's not really an idea. It's a thought that he had. Seeing so much of the NBA going into quarantine, forcing the shutdown for 10 days and 2 weeks. Gary's hypothetical question. I'll pose it to you. I know what my thought was. you hope that it's just a contract tracing type situation, but all of a sudden Germantown had to shut down for 10 days. Would that help them in the long run to come back?
Well, they would get to rest their legs
Right.
for 10 days.
Acker in the lane, back iron.
The question is, they're playing well right now. What happens when you don't play for 10 days? That's
what I said to him. I said, first of all, and he said, obviously, you don't wish that on anybody, but if it were to happen, would it benefit them? That's how he posed it. He is by no means trying to say, you know, however, you know, this is such an ugly, ugly thing for this whole world. By no means is he suggesting anything. He just hypothetically said, would that help them? Would it help any team like that wants to make a long run? And I said no, because when you sit, that engine doesn't just start up right away. Case in point, the Milwaukee Bucks last year. They were dominant. They were setting to an NBA record for margin of victory. They were playing so well. And then all of a sudden, they shut down, and everything changed. Shot off the mark, and they couldn't regroup.
Well, think about the Badger football team.
Yep, same thing.
Same thing. They shut down for 2 weeks.
That shutdown, you don't understand how, in theory, it sounds like it should work. It just doesn't. And it doesn't work with professionals. It doesn't work with kids. It just doesn't work. 3, up, and good.
Runyon.
Janessa Runyon. 5'9" senior. Answer on the other end, McNeil, no good.
Yeah,
Jordan Morrissey's doing a great job on the boards. She's really stepped in, helped.
Acker with the deflection.
Golumbowski to the hoop. Partially blocked by Karina Murphy. Ends up in the hands of Paul's kill.
Nice
KK,
pass.
what a pass, what a block! Get it out of here. Janessa Runyon. You got two Janessas. You got Runyon and Keenan. And right now they are providing the spark for Tosa West. 16-9 our score. So that was his hypothetical. I agree with you. I don't think you can't just start up the engine again. And in theory it should work, but it just doesn't. It just does not.
I agree, because you're starting over.
Yes.
I mean,
they got KK trying to post up on the block. Don't know if it was a hook situation. I'm guessing. He didn't. Usually the referees give that indicator. But nonetheless, it's a turnover for Germantown. They're 6th of the night.
Interesting here. They can score this time down.
Oh, great read by Hess. Breakaway layup. No good. Off the mark.
Oh, but a steal by McNeil. Swing it. Nice.
KK, no good. Gets a rebound. And they're going to get a foul.
23.
Well, Tosa West defense has been doing the job. Thus far, holding Germantown to 16 points.
Germantown's averaging 75.7.
Well below the average right now.
Exactly.
Lob into Hess. Going against Luna. Deflected. Robinson chases it down.
Tosa West has picked up their energy and intensity.
KK 3, no good. Batted around. McCabe rebound.
Oh, outlet.
By herself. And finishing. Janessa Keenan. So Keenan and Morrissey giving the spark for West. Robinson 3, no good. McCabe another rebound. 7-minute mark.
Well,
Each team in the bonus for the rest of the half.
Again, I remember you saying a couple times when we had Tosa West before, they're a really good rebounding team.
Yes, they are. They do a great job boxing out. And their defense is really playing with a lot of energy. And we saw this against DS. This is not a surprise, and we've got a collision. And a player down.
Hess is down.
You should see a tie. Yep, there it is. There's the whistle.
And Montgomery. Oh.
Hess ran into a brick wall known as Katie McCabe, and she went down.
Yeah, she's having a hard time getting up. And as a
It was nothing vicious. I saw it on the delay. It was just Hess did not know it was there and ran full bore right into Katie.
correct. As when I was coaching, when I saw things like that happen, I'd always think it's the person that's covering the screener does not let her teammate know it's happening.
Correct. You have to call that out. You have to call that out.
Correct, or you get that.
Now that one was close. I mean, it was. But Katie was clearly coming over for a dribble handoff. You have to.
Well,
Boy.
the person that set the screen was sitting, didn't move.
Yep.
Just but you got to let her know.
6:36 left first half. All the credit in the world right now is on Tosa West for how hard they're playing and how well they're executing their defensive game plan. And right now they're finding just enough offense.
Right, to stay within striking distance. But again, they've won 4 games in a row. This is the second time they're playing Germantown. They played DS. They could have beat DS.
Yep. That's it. I think that's what's led to their hot streak. That was a loss that we both agreed they outplayed DS.
Correct.
And talking to Coach Hendricks after that game, he said, it's the holidays coming up. It was that whatever excuse you want to use, He said, thank God we have a break. We could get recharge our battery, something we just talked about. It's not as easy to do. But Coach Hendricks, he gave Tosa West all the credit in the world, saying they outplayed us.
He did.
We came away victorious, but they outplayed us. And you can see that right now because Tosa West is playing with all the energy in the world. They're dictating every tempo aspect of this game, offensively, defensively. KK jumper no good.
And at the moment, Germantown's not shooting the ball well.
No.
And that can change in a second.
Lob inside McCabe. Goes up to get it. Luna. Drive kick. Runyon right side. Swing it to the left side. Good patience shown here by West. Well, McCabe said, I'm had enough of that. Maddie Montgomery rebound.
Oh, nice run out.
Great pass. Wisner tied up on the block. Looking for a teammate. Finds Acker. Paul's kill 3. No good. Runyon rebound. That's the other thing. There's no second chance points for Germantown. And that's a strength of theirs. Luna 3. Too long. KK on the push now. Stop. Great job finding Paul's kill. Layup good. Great job drawing all the defense from right to left. Created her passing lane. Found Paul's kill for the layup. That's just a great point guard right there.
It is. And Paul's kill busted her tush to get down the court.
As she always does.
Yes.
She is end line to end line, sideline to sideline. Jumper on the way. Off the mark.
Ooh, good hustle.
Luna, great job. Great box out by KK.
Exactly.
Arnold boxing out Luna. Luna tried to get around it. Sort of did, just wasn't able to get enough strength on the ball to keep it in play.
Paige Robinson in the game.
Robinson for Montgomery. Golombowski takes a break. Great spark that she provided. And Tagliavia back on the floor for West. Under 5 now. They leave Arnold.
Alone.
Yeah, they leave her alone, and she'll just, okay, I'll shoot this.
Of all the kids on this team, you can't leave her alone. But you could say that about a bunch of them.
Yeah, I mean, don't know how many you have them for. I have them 2 for 9 on the night. They're going to get a foul on the floor. 22, I believe, is what they're saying.
If it is, it's
It is. That
Emily's
is
first.
Wisner's first.
bonus.
McCabe free throw. Good. Rush. 21-12 to score. Only those that know. Second one, a line drive missile, but it went in. That's all that matters. That one would look like a nice fastball. KK gets the defense going backward. She goes to the hoop and just overlays. She came from out of bounds. She did everything right but make the shot.
Coach, I was just thinking, do you know if Paulskill does anything in track?
Great question.
Because she just flies all over the place.
You would hope. And I want to say yes, but
Okay.
don't quote me on that.
No,
Please
no,
don't.
that's, you know, we'll find out before the season's over.
We'll find
with.
out probably before the end of the night. Going with the home run. Runyon. Got it. Second time tonight they've had the home run.
And they got it.
And they've got it and executed. Again, just enough offense to stick around. 21-15. And that's a charge. Katie McCabe drawing it. You know, that's something we saw against DS. They tried to take 3 or 4 of them and got 2 or 3 of them. And you don't expect your big to be out there taking them, but Katie McCabe's the one taking them. And, of course, we do have some secret intel.
Right.
They have been working on it. And you know what? It might be only a once or twice turnover, but it's something you have to think about as you attack the hoop.
Correct.
Arnold in the lane, short.
And that's a perfect example.
Tagliavia saves it.
Arnold didn't go to the basket. She
Right,
rolled up
exactly.
and
She's got
shot an
2
8-footer.
fouls, I believe. Luna around Acker. I don't know that to be true. Is that true with
No,
KK?
she's got
Just
one.
the one? Okay.
That I know, that I have
Sure.
unofficially. WizKid's got 2 now.
Okay, there you go. There's a Luna left her feet.
Ooh.
Great job sliding to get it. Janessa Runyon. Lob inside McCabe. To the hoop, finishing. It's a 4-point game. Timeout, Tosa West. We'll take it with them. You're watching GTV.
What does W7 stand for? How did you come up with that name?
We get asked this all the time. So several years ago, my wife put together a Christmas gift for all of our kids and for her and I. And we opened them up on Christmas morning, and they were all T-shirts that said W7 on it. And I said, "What's W7?" She said, "Well, W, our last name's Wipperman, so that's W. 7, there's 5 kids, and the 2 of us
Okay.
make 7, and so we're W7." And so once I started doing this, we didn't have a name at first, and people were asking me, "Well, what do you go by?" And I said, "Well, I'm just Gary." And they're like, "Well, do you have like a company name?" And so I got to thinking, like, we really need some sort of company name. And I actually went and asked her permission. You know, would you give me permission to use W7 as the name of our company? And she agreed, readily agreed, and that's how we came to be, and that's who we are.
Back live at Wauwatosa West High School, where the Trojans are giving Germantown all they can handle as we approach the 3-minute mark.
Ooh, turnover.
And there's another unforced turnover. That's the 9th turnover of the game.
That's uncharacteristic of Germantown. They averaged 12.4.
McCabe fouled.
McNeil, I think. McNeil's 3rd.
Getting our road producers, get some info from them, so just want to thank them for letting us know what the heck we're doing wrong. Well, we are, let's face it.
Well, exactly. In my life, there's only one person that you know that was perfect, supposedly.
No, he went on a tirade in the village.
Yes.
Second free throw's good. It's down to a 1-possession game. 76 points a game, nearly 76 points a game, being held to 21. Arnold 3, good. But as we know, that can switch in a heartbeat.
Oop.
McCabe a little sloppy with it, has steal. McCabe rips down the rebound and travels.
It's good to see Hess on the floor again.
McCabe got
Lost her
raked
mask.
across the face. That tells you that, yeah, she lost her mask. That's a pretty good indicator. And I think the argument there is, well, just little old Leah Hess isn't going to do that.
No.
Paulskill going to draw the foul and go shoot 2. So we want to thank our producer, Gary Whipperman, who is in Michigan tonight, for offering us our discussion. That if you missed it, well, you really didn't miss it. It's just 2 clowns talking. Free throw is good.
Natalie's shooting 52% from the line.
Getting better. They're all, and we keep touching on it. They're getting there. Those numbers are going up, and as long as you're making them at the end of the year, that's what you want. Second one rattles around and off, and they're going to get Hess. Unlucky. It's an aggressive foul. Usually don't mind those, but so far. But you're just scrambling for the ball. It's hard to really be.
Hustle foul, that
yeah,
is.
it's really tough to be upset with that one.
Right, and as a coach, you want your kids to be hustling.
Yeah, you'll take the hustle in something that maybe they don't have. You don't want to say they don't have it tonight because it just hasn't been the same type of Germantown game. But again, that's a credit to West.
Plus, this is Germantown's 15th game of the season already.
Right. They've got 2 big ones this week. You've got Brook Central on Tuesday and then at home on Friday. Second one, no good. McCabe, another rebound against DS. So you got 2 big games coming up. So this is what you call the trap game. And it's, Friday night in January. And it's kind of showing as such.
Pass.
Paulskill reverse, no good. Battled around, should stay here. We'll see what they say. They do.
You may want to explain to the fans what a trap game is, Coach.
The trap game is the games preceding or between big games or a big game. Timeout, Germantown, 30-second timeout, so we'll stick around. We'll explain the trap game. So Germantown had the traveled to Hortonville. They came back, played the game Tuesday night against Brook East, and then you have this game on a Friday night on the road in January when you know next week you've got a road game against Brook Central, who is direct competition in the conference.
Who's the only team that has beat Germantown in the last 2 years in the conference.
Right, and then Friday night you have Divine Savior. So what you do, not only, and I don't care what any coach says, you do look ahead. Doesn't mean you discuss it or you talk about it in huddles or anything along those lines, but it is in the back of your mind. And so, that cold January game that you have at Wauwatosa West you don't look at it as important
exactly
as the games that you have coming up. Therefore, you get trapped into it, and you see it a lot in the college game especially.
You're right about,
Inside, Arnold finishing.
And you do see it in the college game a lot.
Near steal by Acker. Seen a little more energy from Germantown flying around. Paulskill, there it is. You could see her timing that up. She goes to the hoop and finishes. And the lead's back to 10. It got down to 3. But this is what Germantown does. Don't blink, don't hiccup, because they're going to be right there.
Right, they can do it in a hurry.
Tagliavia from near the emblem, at the emblem.
Against Divine Savior, that was a basket, Coach.
Arnold! Yeah, you can't fault Taylor. She's hit a couple of those from deep. Deflected, another turnover.
Nice pass.
Another layup for Arnold. And oh my goodness, just like that, the lead is 14. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. You're watching GTV, a W7 production. Back live at Wauwatosa West High School. A very recent three-point lead has jumped up to 14 as the Trojans battling, but have seen their lead or their three-point deficit explode as Germantown has just taken off in the last 2 minutes. And the lead's 14 as we approach 1 minute left in the first half. 15 first half turnovers for West, and this is a broken record. This is what Germantown does to you. Lob inside, McCabe on the block. Pass deflected, ends up in Montgomery's hands. Hacker up ahead, Hess. 15-footer, no good. Montgomery rebound, back out to Hess. No good. Luna hustling down the rebound.
Montgomery
and Hess are just creating hassles.
The Nats are playing hard now.
And they're going to get a travel. They got, I believe, Leah on that travel, correct? They did. But the Nats, they're flying around. Leah and Maddie are the Nats on the spot right now. 27.1 remaining. I am so thankful we figured, kind of played around and able to get that clock cam in the right corner. So nice having that. Tagliavia driving right side, and she picks up her dribble.
Leah Hess is covering McCabe.
And there's a rotation. Steal ends up Montgomery's hands. Acker, step back, no.
Oh, they had
5, 4. You see it on the clock. I won't count it down. And they're going to get a foul. Unfortunate foul. And you know who did that? That was Jay. Jay kind of stopped, called for the ball as Runyon was flying in to get in position to play defense. Fell right into Jalen. And she's going to go to the line with 1.3 remaining here in the first half.
Shooting the bonus.
Free throw rolls off.
Look
McCabe
good.
rebound. And that's our half.
Ooh.
The score from Wauwatosa West High School. The Trojans of Germantown, or the Trojans of Tosa West have been fighting it, but they still trail your Germantown Warhawks 33-19. It's halftime. You're watching GTV.
Mo on the set, Tatum, back to Mo, Doherty to Kebasek to Doherty. 22-20. Block, Mo Doherty. Boy, has Mo come up big in this one. Set up for Wooker and destroyed it. And that's your match. Lancers win it 3-1. We're here with Sean and Christine Doherty from Brookfield Central talking about high school athletics. They have 3 children in athletics, 2 of them at the high school level. So Molly, got a chance to meet you the other night. We won't talk about you tonight, but thinking about you and can't wait for you to get to the high school level and watch you play and cover you on W7 very soon. But let's talk about Morgan and Jack a little bit. And first of all, Morgan, of course, a junior on the Brookfield Central girls volleyball team. And has been a great friend of ours the last 3 years, so we know Mo really well. Tell me a little bit about Jack, because I know he was going to play in the tournament this year, of course, but didn't get a chance to. So it's weird because everybody thinks, well, you'll know Jack and Morgan is Jack's brother. Well, in our world, Jack is Morgan's brother.
That's true.
Yeah.
Morgan appreciates that.
Yeah, Morgan would agree.
For sure. Yeah. Well, Jack is a freshman. He played volleyball this fall on the varsity team for BC. And he's 6'6", and he's also
still growing
and still still eating. He plays basketball now, and he made the varsity team for BC for Coach Wandry.
How do you manage on who goes to what game and who gets to what practice? And I mean, how does all that work for you guys?
I usually think about which game is the most stressful, and I send Sean along because he's like the calming self, and I go to the other one.
We are big believers in the process. We are big believers in the kids learning from different coaches, from learning from different coaching styles. We are big believers in the kids focusing more on what they can give versus what they can get. Part of the process is going through disappointment, is navigating through challenge and adversity, is figuring out how to deal with things that don't go perfectly, because that's life. And so we've really tried to let the kids work their way through that. I think that's built confidence. Looking back on the way that we handled youth sports with the kids, we have no regrets. We were not nearly as intense as many of the other families in our community that were just, their kids were enrolled in high travel, high demand, high commitment sports by third, fourth grade. We took a different approach. We took a longer view. We talked about it being a marathon, not a sprint. It was important for us that the kids had balance. It was important for us that the kids didn't burn out. It's important for us that they played multiple sports, that they took vacations, that they had friend time.
They all have their black belts in karate.
They spent 4 years each, and that was a great thing for them, for their physicality, their mentality, their confidence, their communication. But I'd say in today's world of youth and club sports, we were probably a little bit unconventional, given that we are very passionate about sports, but where a lot of families were like, I can't believe your kid's not
doing this
or doing that. We're like, oh, they'll be there, but we're worried more about where they're at in 8th grade or 9th grade versus 4th grade or 5th grade. If anything, they were able to develop their passion for their sports at a different level and on the right pace for them, to where now as it's getting important in high school, they're hitting their stride and their peak.
I know your thoughts, though.
Go ahead.
Back live from Wauwatosa West High School on GTV. Halftime score, Warhawks 33, Trojans 19. Thoughts on the first half? Oh, my gosh. Molly.
Tried to kill our camera.
Let's see. It didn't look like it affected the clock too much. Kids these days, I tell you. Give me your thoughts on the first half.
I thought up until the last 3 minutes of the first half, Tosa West played a very aggressive, hard game. Didn't hit many shots, but neither did Germantown. So, and I give credit to both teams defensively there. Should be interesting the second half, because if Germantown comes out like they did the last 3 minutes of the first half, it could be over quickly.
West got the lead down to 3 at 21-18, but Germantown finished the half on a 12-1 run. And just like that, it's 14, and that's more of what we anticipate from a Germantown team. Still, credit to Tosa West, they have held Germantown to 33 points, a team, as you spoke of early in the game, averaging 75, almost 76 points. So this is what we anticipated. Us, you and I, with the way we've seen Tosa West playing, the confidence they're playing with. Now in that half, as things started to turn the corner and go the other direction, you could kind of see Tosa West, instead of being the aggressor, being back on their heels. But I think as we see this second half, as we talk about all the time, it's the first 4 minutes here, that's going to make the difference.
Correct. And from the first time we saw Tosa West, they've improved a ton, Coach.
Immensely. I mean, we talked about that DS game. They go in that tournament. They've won 4 in a row. This is a team that plays you very, very hard. Now, they could turn around, play great tonight, play this well. Let's just stick to what we know. We anticipate Germantown pulling away and winning this game. And then they could come out Tuesday and lay an egg. You know why? They're teenage kids.
Correct.
And it happens. But we've seen Tosa West now 3 times play Germantown twice and Divine Savior once, and they have improved each and every game, and they play so hard. And you can see that they are being coached and being coached well.
Exactly. And you got to give credit to the coach. I mean, I don't care what anybody says. He's doing something right. Acker with a 3, Coach.
Off the mark and out of bounds.
I'm I'm so impressed with Tosa West right now, because they're not in the same category as Germantown.
You're fine. Go ahead.
But they're aggressive. They rebound.
Frost drive kick. Yeah, everything those little things, because they know their shortcomings is scoring. Lob over the top.
Nice
McCabe finishes.
Cut. Nice back cut.
Great pass. They understand their shortcomings, and they see that they need to get more scoring. 3 from Whiz Kid.
Well, and as we've said, they're young. I mean, they start 2 freshman guards.
Luna to the hoop, one of those freshmen, off the mark. Acker rebound. They push. Left side, Robinson. To the hoop. Has it blocked by Frost. Luna.
Nice pass.
Great drop pass. Foul from behind, and the bucket is good.
I think it's on KK, but I'm not sure.
Yes,
Coach.
it is.
Her second.
All right, come on. Come on, Alexis. Tilt that camera a little more. Remember, one thing I told her to do is make sure she gets the corners.
Yeah.
Turn it.
She's at it. Oh, she stopped.
She turned it.
Excellent.
Free throw, good. 36-24. KK, pull up, way off the mark. McCabe, 10th rebound of the night.
And she's averaging 9.5 a game, Coach. That's a lot of rebounds
It
for
sure
a high
is.
school kid.
Frost 3, good. That was a confidence shooter right there. Timeout Germantown.
30.
30-second timeout on the floor. We talked about it. This is a young team. We anticipate a little more energy coming from them coming out of half, even though they were down. And we're getting it. And that was a very confident-looking three by Molly Frost.
It was.
Is that her second of the night, I believe?
Molly's, I think it's her first. She's
Okay.
got a 2 and a 3. She's got 5 points. Coach.
Okay. That's her 8th made three on the season, which is 4th.
Right. She was shooting 43%, which means it'll go up a little.
What Germantown has done a great job of tonight, it's been a sloppy game. There's been no real flow rhythm, as they have held Taylor Tagliavia to no points. The leading scorer averaging 10.2, but coming in having made 31 three-pointers. And again, being held scoreless. And that probably is your difference in this game right now.
Exactly. And then if you, again, Divine Savior, Holy Angels, and Germantown are so familiar teams. They play the same type.
Acker three rolls around and off.
She had 5 threes against Divine Savior.
And an unforced error. First turnover of the half, 18th unofficially.
Yeah, they broke the press well until the last pass.
KK.
Well, they were all waiting.
Yeah,
for
there was a picket fence of white stakes standing there waiting.
I thought we were watching
Yeah,
Hoosiers again.
They were just staggered enough it looked like a fence, and it was 4 jerseys standing waiting for it. KK3, no good. McCabe, her 11th.
Oh, and they're out.
They push, 2-on-1. Luna, drop pass. Frost, got it. The freshmen combined for the basket, and the lead's down to 7. 36-29.
Great start for Tosa West.
Inside. Paul's kill shot, no good. No second chance points for Germantown tonight. Very few.
Right, McCabe with
Can't say
another
no.
rebound.
Yeah. Back door. It's deflected out of bounds off Paige Robinson. Again, you always say Paige, right? It's never just Robinson.
It's Paige Robinson.
It's Paige Robinson.
I mean, Germantown's averaging 38.4 rebounds a game. They're nowhere near that right now.
17 on the night. So they'll be
Yeah,
right
they're
around
close,
their average.
yeah.
Runner off the mark. Chalk up another one. Give that one to Paige Robinson. KK, right side. Hits a
Nice.
cutting Wisner. Left hand, no good. Body's hitting the floor. Luna comes away with it. It looked like, and they're going to say it was off Arnold. Not an easy inbound with KK's active hands. Hess for Robinson. McNeil for Wisner. 14:58 remaining.
Hess is on the fly.
You got to see that. Great job by McNeil.
Yep, she ran through.
And not only that, she caught it, flipped it right to Acker, goes full length, misses. But cleaning it up is KK Arnold. Pass over the top again. It's been the way to beat the pressure. McCabe puts it on the floor, and McNeil comes away with the
Nice
deflection,
job.
and we'll have a tie-up. Great job by Gretchen. Stays here.
Paul's kill was on the floor getting the ball. But that was a great play by McNeil.
Tagliavia, 15-footer, no good. Good box out. Acker comes away with the rebound.
Kicked up the K. Oh, nice
Oh, great pass. A cutting Paul's kill. Right between everyone. Just a fantastic pass. And that's going to be a foul on KK. That's going to be her third.
Yep.
She wanted the tie-up, but she never really had the ball in her hand. Coach Stuve's calling for it as well, but I think he knows as well. There wasn't that tie-up. There was a lot of hands, but nothing else.
And that's a tough thing because KK's good at getting the ball when somebody.
Now this is something I noticed against DS, that Tosa West switching up their press breaker. Against DS, it didn't seem to work as well. Now they saw something. Obviously, they wouldn't switch it otherwise. Tagliavia got it. Her first 3 of the night. Instead of having a 4 across, they go 2-1 or 2-2 as far as press breaks go.
Right, and we questioned that, but I thought it was because Frost was in foul trouble.
I think you're right. Acker missing the shot and then committing the foul. Don't compound a mistake with another mistake.
Her second.
Timeout. 30-second Tosa West. Good pressure defense from Germantown. 30-second timeout. You know what? Let's take it with them.
All right.
You're watching GTV, W7 production.
No, I don't want to question him, but they.
Back live on GTV, talking about the press break and how they've gone from 4 across to 2-2. I think what they're seeing is sometimes Germantown comes with the trapping, sometimes they don't. And if it's just a man-up situation, you can do the 2 because it's real easy. And I think Germantown's doing such a great job of mixing it up.
That he's trying to mix his
that he's trying, because he's trying to get the layups, and he has gotten a couple layups out of it. So it's the chess match.
She did.
Really ugly carry. The whole gym kind of saw that one. Almost as if she wanted to pass and then decided against it. Same spot. Different result for the inbound here.
Nice hustle, Leah.
McNeil, shot, no good. Hess with the hustle. Paul's kill. She passed up a wide open 3. She doesn't pass that up too often. Instead, she'll shoot the 16-footer. She knew what she was doing.
Exactly. But you got to credit that basket to Leah Hess and her flying up to steal the ball. She's
up the right side. Now McNeil sprinting ahead and getting the deflection.
Coach Stubbe wanted the steal.
Janessa Keenan on the floor. She and Jordan Morrissey in the first half really gave that spark for Tosa West. Lob inside McCabe. Step through, bounce around and down. Nice job by Katie. That's something she didn't do a lot of last year, and she's really stepped up her offensive game.
She's got 14 as we speak, Coach, unofficially.
To go along with 12 unofficial rebounds, so big double-double night. Arnold to the hoop, bank, good. So if you're Tosa West, you can trade baskets for a little while, but you can't do it for too long. Stepping out of bounds, Janessa Keenan.
And KK with her last basket has 18 unofficial.
Maddie Montgomery on the floor for Acker. Even the bench, when somebody comes in and out, they just don't have that same energy tonight. Cold Friday night in January. It's that lull in the season. We've all been there. It's not easy. Ball batted around, deflected, and end up in the hands of Keenan. Luna down the lane, has it taken away.
In my coaching career, this is a time of the year where the freshmen get tired.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
absolutely.
They don't realize. And
Wisner.
First-year varsity players are the same way. Ooh.
Sure.
You know, they don't.
Somebody like Gretchen McNeil, Maddie Montgomery, Leah Hess getting these minutes. Maybe they had him on JV, so you never know. But especially like Montgomery, who was on varsity last year, Hess, it changes things. It's tougher on the body.
It's a different game from the JV to the varsity.
McCabe to the hoop, no good. Montgomery rebound. She pushes. Gets it to Arnold, who tried to
nice
throw the
try.
pass to Wisner, and great hustle back defense.
As we spoke many times this year, there's a big leap from JV to the varsity. You know, you may have played a ton of minutes on the JV, but it's not playing against varsity kids. And no offense to the JV kids.
No, it's just different.
It's a different game.
It's a big leap,
It
big
is.
leap. There's a small leap from freshman to JV, but there's a giant one the next to go up.
Right. And if you're-
Galambowski and Morrissey back on the floor for West.
if you're lucky enough as a freshman to be in a varsity, I mean, you're only going to be better as you get older.
Hess for three, no good. Tie up.
That's KK that went diving in for that.
Absolutely. And it'll stay there, Germantown ball.
As a coach, you got to love that when one of your best players gets on the floor.
You want all your players, but yes. But you got to see that from everybody.
Right, I agree with
And
that.
but Germantown's a team that will do that. Every single one of them. We've seen that. Wisner three. Good. The Whiz Kid hitting the three.
Have you kept track on how many?
Nah, I
threes?
lost
Okay,
track.
that's
It's
all
too
right.
hard to do. I know. I'm disappointed in me.
No, don't be. It is hard, especially when you're doing a bunch of things.
The answer three.
Oh, she got fouled by
Not
Hess.
good, but the foul.
Leah Hess's second foul. And she's shooting three.
So Hess flying out to play defense, commits the foul. And that sends Keenan to the line for three of them.
I couldn't see her number, coach.
It
Thank
was
you.
number three. Yep, that's Janessa Keenan. Second one, rolls back iron. 35% on the season.
Paul's kill and Acker back in the game.
Hess and Morrissey, the Energy Bunnies in this case. They did their thing. They came out and provided that spark. Third free throw is good. So 1 out of 3. So you got a point for the possession. Can't be upset. I know you're down that you only made one of the free throws, but you got the 1 point. And the lead's 12. Paul's kill. Shot blocked. She comes away with the rebound, but throws it away. Galambowski. Deflected pass. Acker's just so active. Well, it's in her name, I guess.
She's got great hands.
California Baptist will love having her. And there's a travel. And that was created by Jalen Acker's defense. Just flying around. Might have been a little bump, but Galambowski took that big step. And they got her for it.
For being a player that's known as a scorer, she does so many little things that coaches love.
KK driving and kicking. 10 minutes left in this
Nice
one.
back cut.
12-point game. KK got hands flying around with Robinson. Good defense all around. I was just going to say Tulsa West defense not making it easy. They come away with the ball. Good job by Mariana. Almost called her her sister again. Coming to that stop that time instead of,
Ooh,
and that's offensive.
that's a good call.
Yeah, that was pretty easy calls. Molly Frost stuck her hip out for that screen.
It's her third. Yeah, if she'd have just stayed there.
She didn't learn that from Mom.
No.
Her mom's about 10 feet from me, so.
Does she have any brothers?
I don't know the family history
Oh,
here.
okay. Well, no, the only reason I was saying that is I could see her sticking out her hip on one of her brothers trying to run through the house.
I'm sure.
You know, and I don't know anything about her family. But since you're such a Tosa guy.
Yeah, I should know more, I would guess, huh? Paul's
No.
kill shot, no good. Batted around. Whiz Kid hustling. Unable to come up with it. It's going to be West ball.
Good hustle.
9:22 remaining. 47-35. Germantown up. Has not been an easy Friday night. Morrissey breaking
Nice
the pressure.
pass.
Keenan, a jam sandwich.
Acker came and
And a foul. KK going to the line. Had my head down. West, they put themselves in the position, and then Keenan was too far under, tried to flip it under. Caught the bottom of the rim, the jam sandwich as it's called.
Number 13's first foul, coach.
Number
Tosa
13
West.
being Taylor Tagliavia.
Better you saying that than me.
Arnold free throw good. Subs all around for everyone. Runyon, Luna, McCabe for West.
Here comes Hess.
Morrissey, Hess, and at the table looks like Paige Robinson. So we've talked about Katie Pompou, who has been out for, this is game number 3, I believe, maybe 4. But we did see her, she suited up tonight. Second one, no good, McCabe rebound. So she's getting closer. We do not know the extent of the injury, but the fact that she's warmed up. Hess with a steal and a layup. Yes for Hess.
This is Katie's 4th game missed.
Yeah. So she'll be back soon. Getting on the floor as Paul's kill, just flipping it over her head. Can Hess
Great.
hustle it down? She hustles
did.
to save it, and they're calling it out of bounds. Boy, Coach Stuve saying, how can you make that call? You were next to me. Great hustle. What a play.
Be awesome to have a camera on Coach Stuvie
Oh,
right
yeah,
now.
don't say a camera down there, because we're happy to have our cameras running right now.
Exactly.
But you're right, Wade. It would have been cool to have.
Well, and Hess busted her butt to get where she needed to get.
McCabe, had a back door, but Hess is, you know what? You want to say that they've changed the rotation with Pompou out, and no question that has occurred. But that's been more of the Maddie Montgomery minutes.
Right.
Because Hess was playing, but she's playing obviously more minutes. But I feel like she's earned a lot more minutes because she has really changed the tempo. 3 on the way. Luna got it.
It's Luna's first 3 of the game. First 3 points of the game, Coach.
Acker cut off. Near tie-up. 50-38.
And Luna's
8
averaging
minutes.
8 points a game.
And they're going to get a travel. Acker caught her own misstep and took 2. Jay's mad, but that's a pretty easy call. I think she's looking at Dad saying, what do you want me to do? Dad's saying play basketball.
I hope that's what Dad said.
Oh,
I'm
count
sure,
on it.
I'm sure he is.
Right side, Golombowski. Lob.
Oh, that's a mismatch.
A nice, strong finish. Katie McCabe. She had Montgomery on her, and Germantown's been doing that pretty consistently, having Hess, the smallest player on the floor, guarding McCabe, the tallest player on the floor. But that's to allow everybody else to be flying around. And it tells you the strength of Maddie Montgomery, too.
Right.
That they're not worried about the height, because strength-wise, she'll battle. Montgomery. That's Karina Murphy now. Jay, little step back floater, no good. Tie up. It's going to be West ball. But there again, you had McCabe, Montgomery, and Hess, the 2 shortest for Germantown. Oh, that was Karina, I think, on that one. But you got the Nats, as you call them, just swarming the ball as we approach 7 minutes left in this one.
10-point lead.
Golombowski splitting the defense, going to the hoop, and they're going to get Acker for the foul.
Acker's 3rd.
And that's something Jay's got to recognize. Golombowski hit all her momentum was actually at like a 45-degree angle. She had no balance. And even if she flips it up, the likelihood of it going in is slim and none. Instead, Acker commits the foul. But you know what? Make her earn both of them.
Well, because she plays so hard, it's hard to tell her to shut it off.
Golombowski's first one rattles around and down. Mariana, 3rd leading scorer, averaging. Oh, I want to see exactly. Oh, my numbers disappeared.
4.5.
Thank you. And she's not the 3rd leading scorer, she's 5th.
Right.
But there you go, 1 out of 2, and an offensive rebound. And a putback.
Runyon.
So it ended up being a 3-point possession. Janessa Runyon with the hustle, and Germantown wants a timeout. Coach Stuve's seen enough. It's a 7-point game, 6:55 remaining. You're watching GTV, a W7 production.
GTV on W7 is your home for Germantown High School girls athletics, golf, volleyball, basketball, softball. It's all on W7.
You got it, dude.
Back live on GTV. Being told the boys are already heading home. Boys, Tosa West is KK right to the hoop and finishing. You have to wonder if the discussion there was, KK, just go to the hoop, please.
Well,
I mean, she did get a screen, so why wouldn't you? And then defensively, let's pick up the tempo. That's going to be off Wisner, but great job by Emily.
Right.
Getting on the floor, just like you talked about.
She read that well. She trusted her eyes and went.
Tosa West boys losing to Germantown at Germantown tonight.
That's a surprise, I think.
You know what, I think Tosa West in the end will be the better team, but I think Tosa West is young, so you're going to have that. 3, Tagliavia!
That was a bomb too, Coach.
Cuts it to 6. What happened to my clock? It disappeared. Let's get it back. 6 minutes left. 3. Wisner, the answer. That's a big answer as we approach 6 minutes.
That's her third 3.
Skip pass. Tagliavia. 2 in a row? No. Paul's kill rebound.
Oh.
Luna!
Ooh. Natalie got it in the nose.
Luna doing the Germantown. She looked like a Warhawk there.
Natalie was checking her nose, Coach.
She's not coming out. Unless they make her.
No.
And even if they make her, she'll just go over and go, I'm good.
Yep.
Go right back to the table.
Yep, she's a tough kid.
Girls usually are.
Yes.
Arnold drive. Cut off. Wisner left side. Paul's kill to the hoop. Nobody steps up. And she finishes. Great read by Nat. Golumbowski up ahead. Runyon finishes. Nice job recognizing that Germantown had everybody around the hoop. So they were able to get down the floor and beat them. And KK rhythm jumper good. Coach Stuve wants a timeout.
Full for them.
Big one for Germantown. We'll take it with them. You're watching GTV as Germantown is up 11. 5:15 remaining.
If you don't know W7, you don't know Germantown girls basketball. I'm Emily Wisner. And I'm Natalie McNeil. And W7 is for the girls.
5:15 remaining. Tosa West giving Germantown all they can handle. It's 11, but it's been much closer than that 11 indicates. As we close down, 5 minutes left in this one. 3 on the way. No good. Luna, offensive rebound. Put back, no good. Runyon, offensive rebound.
Ooh, foul.
And a foul.
Ooh, that could be on KK. It is. It's her 4th. KK's fourth, and they're in a bonus, Coach.
Free throw, good. That's one of those fouls where if somebody hits the floor, there's going to be a foul called. I say it every time.
Yep.
If you running, whether you trip over them or not, you're going to get the foul if you're on defense. Almost every time. Second one good, it's down to 9. Dribble handoff, Paul's kill into the lane. Wisner back to KK. Traveled, got away with it. Shot no good.
Natalie with the rebound.
Look inside, what do we got? We got a double foul, I think.
Oh, that'll be the fourth on Acker.
It is a double foul on Acker and McCabe.
It's Acker's fourth. McCabe's second. KK and
I don't know
Acker.
that it was McCabe, though. No, it wasn't.
No,
it was Runyon. And I watched it, and they did get a little pushy-shovey.
And Runyon's second. But that's
Yeah, it's a big one for Acker, her fourth.
right, because now you got KK and Acker with 4 in a 9-point game.
And does is the bench aware of it?
Is Acker they're talking to each other. Or they were. This is where you gotta control yourself now.
I see smiles, so. But I tell you what, the energy in this building just went up. First time tonight we've really had some energy. It's been pretty quiet, and I think that's been all credit to Tosa West. Paul's kill to the hoop, rolls off. And that's going to be on Katie McKay. Oh, my goodness.
Acker just fouled out.
So Jay fouls out. McCabe's going to come back down on this end.
Agreed.
4:35 remaining. We're making a mark on that one. Acker out. Paige Robinson in. McCabe to the line. Draws back iron. And they're going to say that Arnold was in the lane early. So this is just getting
really ugly.
Getting away from Germantown. They're not showing any type of composure. McCabe takes advantage of it. The old NBA 3 to make 2. And I think it shouldn't say the composure because it looked like KK was just walking up. She was outside the arc, walking up as the outside player does. And Katie kind of paused just a tick.
Right.
And so I don't think she was trying to do anything really egregious. But KK to the hoop.
Look at Stu.
That should have been a foul, but KK's going to be the one teed up, and she's going to be done.
Right, and they can't. I mean, with Acker fouling out and
3 on the way, no good.
Katie not playing in this game. You have 2 starters literally on the bench. Uh-oh, the rest talking to Matt.
All right, 4:10 remaining. This is getting intense. The number 1 seed, or the number 1 rank, on the ropes. Tagliavia shot off. Paul's kill rebound. KK, pull up. That's a block. Yep, that's the right call because that was a flop, and you can't do that. And that's a great job by that referee to recognize that.
Especially when Acker slid. You know,
Arnold, yes.
Arnold, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
she slid to the left, and that was the right call. Great job by that referee to recognize that.
Montgomery's.
It was a great. Let's give credit where credit's. What do we got? They just got Coach Katz a technical foul, I believe.
Why? I can ask.
That's a big, big swing. No need for that, but Coach Katz obviously was agitated by something. He did got to go back to when this game started. I don't even know that we were I think it was a minute 12 into the game, and Coach Katz got a bench warning right away.
Oh, yeah.
And so that has come back to bite him because you can't give another warning. That's a technical, so that is where that comes back to haunt you. KK to shoot the free throws. She shoots her two first.
Right.
The play foul shots first, as the referees discuss it.
And he put Emily up there, who's shooting 79% from the free throw line.
She is your best.
Yes.
KK.
Ooh.
First one no good. The mock cheer. Second one good. Lead back to 10. Now the whiz kid. She'll shoot the technical fouls. Foul shots. And I understand what Coach Katz is doing. But I think at that time you got to kind of swallow your pride.
I agree with that, Coach.
And the whiz kid knocks both down. Two big free throws.
Maddie Montgomery in for Leah Hess.
All right.
No.
Leads 12. Let's see what Wauwatosa West does offensively. Let's see what Germantown does.
Will they spread the court
Right.
and open up gaps?
Or KK let it fly.
Yeah. Not a bad option there. But I'd have wanted to spread the court.
Now you're giving West, and they got a free rein to the hoop. And missed the shot. Arnold comes away with the rebound, and she goes pitching ahead. Paul's kill overlay, but Robinson cleaning it up. No good. Whole lot of things happening.
Interesting.
But we have a tie-up.
call.
Lost track.
Oh.
I believe it's West. The West boys are already back. We have to remember that the Germantown game, the JV game went overtime.
Correct.
And it's a quick shot down 45. Only about a 15-minute drive. They're going to give the timeout, no tie-up. They're going to give a timeout, Germantown. We're going to take it with them so we can take a deep breath. You're watching GTV. See, I can't even talk.
The game is exciting.
GTV.
Okay.
3.5 left. This has been a dogfight. Wauwatosa West giving Germantown all they can handle. It's 12, but as I said earlier, it's a lot more than 12 on the scoreboard, or a lot less than 12. See, now I'm caught up in all this emotion too. I can't even speak, but Germantown spreading the floor.
Good move.
And this is something, again, we've talked about it. They know this is something they want to add to their arsenal. You just kind of play keep away and make the defense come out, and then you get to the hoop easy.
Well, and as we said, when you spread the court, there aren't many people that can keep Arnold in front of them.
Arnold, and Paul's kill, which, I mean, the development of Nat, her getting to the hoop, and the others, we saw it. Paige Robinson flashed. Now, she was defended, but at the moment, at that flash point, she wasn't. Only the 15 foul on West. That was McCabe's second. As physical as Katie plays, stays out of foul trouble very well. Arnold, kick. Wisner tries to go baseline, and they're going to call the offensive call.
That's WizKid's third.
Yeah. It's on the other end. It's hard to call it. Let's see it on the delay. Let's see what they say. Here it is, WizKid.
offense, defense being played with Arnold now.
I don't know about that call.
Okay.
I'll let it go at that. That was a call. Steal by Robinson. She stepped out of bounds. Just goes as a nice.
Correct.
Robinson hustling, but unable to come up with it. 2:45 remaining.
But what that does is it makes Tosa West worry about the press. You're close.
Sure, you're right. And there's Montgomery. The Gnats flying around.
And this is going to be a game won because of the Gnats, because of the Hesses, the Montgomerys, even McNeil.
They got a wide open layup if they see it, but WizKid hustling. Great job by Wisner and Montgomery. Wisner cut off the initial shot, and Montgomery dropped all the way down. He went high hands and did an outstanding job affecting that shot. Just outstanding. And just the team defense from Germantown. So good.
Oh, and as we
Robinson trying to, you can't pass over the top like that.
Oh.
She tried it twice and threw it away. But then Tosa West turns around and turns it over, and Luna's going to commit the foul.
It's Luna's second.
Only the sixth team, so one more. That was the last free one. Paul's killed, back to Arnold in the open court. Bouncing off the defense. KK doing her one-man gang thing to the hoop. No call, but Robinson cleans it up, and that might be all. That looked like a charge by
McCabe.
Yeah, that was interesting to say the least. And a turnover. Boy, that was dangerous. Really thought Katie was in position.
Well, I wonder how much of this game is going to take the gas out of Tosa West. They play tomorrow night here against Wisconsin Lutheran.
You're right, I did see that. Wisner, drive, kick. You got to get him here tomorrow morning for a shoot-around. Stretch it all out.
Right.
Might have to use a little bit more of the bench tomorrow night.
And then, as we've talked many times, the mental part, they played well. They played hard and well today.
Sure did.
But
they sure did.
Can they turn that over to tomorrow's game? And I hope they can.
Sure. 101 seconds left here. WizKid to the line.
Nice job, Coach.
I can do math.
Yes, you kid.
WizKid has been the nail at the end here. She has hit those technical free throws. I think were pretty much sealed the deal. And the final score is never going to indicate how close this game really was and how hard Germantown had to fight.
Agreed. And at this stage of the season, everybody wants to beat a team that's undefeated.
Pitch it ahead and out of bounds. They had gone about 6 minutes without a turnover. Now they've, the tempo's changed and the turnovers are coming. But, it's if they somehow are unable to value it, KK to the hoop and finishing. Again, and what do we got?
Timeout.
I don't think. Delay game warning.
Oh.
Whew. I don't even know what my train of thought was. It doesn't matter. What we do know is Germantown's going to escape, and that's really what it is. Credit Tosa West.
Exactly.
Credit these girls, the staff.
I mean,
and credit Germantown. Let's be honest.
Right.
Let's go back to what we should be talking about. In Germantown, this wasn't a pretty game for them, but they've had to fight beginning to end, and yet they're still going to. Here we are saying they're not doing what they're supposed to. They're up 17, and they're only 6 off their average.
Well, and you know as well as I do, a coach will say, good teams win these games.
That's the biggest point.
And people don't realize that. They're looking, why are they only up by 17? They should be up by 40. Well, no, the bottom line is
getting the win.
Getting the win.
Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. You're watching GTV. Number 11, if you're looking, if that looks like Natalie McNeil, it should. That's her younger sister. She has the same jumper as Nat. I mean, that is a spitting image. Steele, McNeil. Said that a few times in the past.
I'll finish later.
Back live on GTV, 65 seconds away from finishing this one off. Jalen Acker fouled out with 4:35 remaining. It looked like it might give West that energy they needed. Unfortunately for Tosa West, it didn't happen.
They're spreading the court.
Yep. And that is because minus Katie Pompu, minus Jalen Acker, that 4:35. Karina Murphy, Leah Hess, Maddie Montgomery had provided big minutes coming off the bench. And just, it's a Bill Belichick thing, and I think I've talked about it already a few times. All he ever says is just do your job. Do your job. You don't have to come out and score 20 points. Go get deflections. Just be in position for defense. Just do your job.
Can't get easier than that.
You can't be something you're not. Wisner, free throw, good.
Well, and those kids have been doing it all year for Germantown.
They sure have.
You know, people may think, oh, they did it. No, they do it every game.
But this, to your point, this is, Wiz Kid knocking it down. This is their depth. This is the Germantown depth, and this is where depth helps you. This is where you win games. And this is where teams like Tosa West don't have that kind of depth.
Right.
Now, they got big minutes for a spurt in the first half that we talked about from Golubowski and Morrissey. But it's hard to do for the whole game. But Germantown has that kind of depth where they can do that, and it's 4 or 5 players, not just 1 or 2, as Arnold's going to go to the line.
Well, in the just think of we've talked about practices.
Yep.
Those kids at Germantown have to show up every day in practice.
To bust their hump for nights like this.
Exactly. And I'm not saying that Tosa West doesn't, but they don't have the same athletes or the same type
So they
of
don't get the
players.
same type of push in
Right.
practice. KK's first is good. And I mean, look at that. It's 20.
Right.
It's incredible. That's incredible.
But we've seen that happen a couple times
Yeah.
this year. You look up and you go, oh, my God.
Second one, good.
Well, as you say to her, under 5 minutes, she's pretty automatic.
Pure smooth butter. And she's done for the night. As the abacus is out, Coach G is adding it up. 30 seconds left in this one.
28, unofficial.
28 points, 7 rebounds.
It's a good.
And
good
as the
game.
season gets close to McCabe, little left-hand runner, no good. The smallest Nat on the floor, Montgomery ripping it down. Maddie with 4 rebounds tonight. 12 seconds left. Paul's kill kicking out to Wisner. Hold on to it, Leah. That's going to do it. The score's not going to indicate how close this was. Great job, Tosa West. Good luck tomorrow night. Good luck the rest of the season.
We're back on
Germantown doing what Germantown does. Doesn't matter what kind of fight they get. They are going to come out victorious as they improve to 15-0. We're back on GTV Tuesday night from Brookfield Central, where the Lancers are going to host these same Warhawks on GTV.
That's a big game, Coach.
Sure is. For our camera operator, Alexis Rognes. She even told me, make sure you say it right.
And you did, I think.
Alexis Rognes, thank you so much for helping out. Tosa West freshman. For Ron Gavinsky, I'm Ed Rowie. You've been watching GTV Have a great weekend. Stay safe, everybody.